How are you this wonderful Thursday evening? I am amazing. I am amazing. Even though I am uh slightly kind of tired and burnt out a little bit but it has nothing to do with nothing major. It just has everything to do with deadlines and paperwork and work stuff and school stuff and stuff and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm still in a good space. I just wanted to come on here and come live and say hi. How are you? I kind of negated finishing up my research paper, which I want to talk about. I want to talk about this. Hey Joshua, how you doing? It's nothing but love your way, buddy, because you deserve it. I want to talk about my research paper. I'm not done with it. I was supposed to get done with it tonight so I can submit it tomorrow. However, I have to 11:59 to do it tomorrow. So we're gonna finish it up tomorrow afternoon and submit it. But I opted to get some rest. But while I'm getting some rest, I want to talk to my favorite people in the world, and that is the Queendom. How are you guys doing? I really came out here to talk about. So my professor gave the class some subject matters that we could talk about, and she had to approve them. So my research, because this is a class that's talking about infants and interactions with infants and all that good stuff. I just took a psychology class that was really really good, but so I chose the power of acceptance. So I'm doing my research on of acceptance, and just digging into that subject matter so that I can submit the paper. You know, hey nephew, I miss you. I'll be in your bushes, nephew. I'll be in your bushes. I miss you, nephew. I want you to know I miss you. You know I do. You know I do. It did my heart well when I saw your comment. I'm like, he's still thinking about his auntie. I said nothing but love with you, love your way, because you know you deserve it, nephew. So I'm doing the paper on the power of acceptance. And I thought about that thing, and it's really coming from a child's perspective, but then I kinda look at it through the eyes of older adults. I already know, nephew. I already know. You over there doing your thing. And that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I gotta come over there and pull a plug of your hair or something and put it on my channel, because I gotta figure out. I gotta figure this thing out. um the power of acceptance. You would think that this will be like a adolescence, which it is a topic, or this will cater more to adolescence, or let's just say a demographic of young women or young men. Sometimes you go to that thing when you're young, you go through that peer pressure and all that stuff, right? And so you just want to be in the in crowd, and you want to be accepted by everybody. So you kind of pander to everybody, or you be a goofball, or you the class comedian or the class clown. Because on low key, you just want to be accepted in the group. It's nothing worse than being the oddball out, or you come in the room and everybody talking about you and laughing. That peer pressure. But what happens when you take that instance in your life, or that feeling in your life, right? That feeling of I just want to be accepted. What happens when you take that and you harbor that and bring it over into your adulthood? What happens then? Right? And so as I was doing my research, it talked about adults who I haven't dove all the way into it, but as I close out my paper, I'm quite sure I'm going to be addressing it. What happens when you carry that low self-esteem, or that vulnerability, or that insecurity over to adulthood? What happened then? You know what I'm saying? That's a dangerous thing, because now you have more abilities. You have You have your brain has developed more. You know what I'm saying? You're more crafty. You know what I'm saying? People do things, they will do some scary things to be in the in crowd. You understand what I'm saying? Compromise your beliefs or your wants to be likable or to be popular. You know, we see that all day long on this YouTube app. People do some crazy stuff to be accepted by their subscribers or to gain subscribers. You understand what I'm saying? The power or the influence of of acceptance it can always be a dangerous thing if you're looking through it through a negative perspective. You understand what I'm saying? And it looks really weird on adults. Now you can see toddlers, you know, they want to be accepted, or preschoolers want to be accepted by their peers. So they'll, here go a piece of candy. You can have this, or you can have my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you just want to be in the in crowd, or yeah, you can have this, or you can have my. It don't matter because you just want a friend. You understand what I'm saying? But how does that look like? How does that look on adults? It looks crazy. You know what I'm saying? It looks crazy, and that's why either you like me or you don't like me. I tend to be a loner. You know what I'm saying? I tend to be a introvert most of the time because my life is just saying you ain't got time. You know what I'm saying right now because I got so much going on, but never compromising who I am to be accepted by nobody else. Either you like me or you don't like me. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you got grown adults that's willing to, dummy down. Have you heard of that term before? Dummy down. They're willing to dummy down, or they're willing to not be their true selves to be associated or to be likable or to be in the in crowd. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not a good look at all. It's not a good look. So, sometimes we have to do a self-evaluation of, how are we moving out here on these YouTube streets? How are we looking in social media? How are we looking in the eyes of those that we have influence on, or our family, you know what I'm saying, or your husband or your wife or your children? How are you looking? Are you standing up for something? Are you standing up for your own true self? Do you have total autonomy of who you are as an individual, or are you a watered down version of yourself because you've taken on all of this influence, of other people? They want you to be a certain way. They want you to behave a certain way. They want you to do what they want you to do. They want you to be linked to this. They want to stifle you. Do you have total autonomy of yourself as an individual? You know what I'm saying? It's so much confidence and so much strength when you can stand on your own 2 feet and be who you are. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hey, Beefcake, I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. Yes, you do, Beefcake. You deserve it. Beefcake, did you know it was your day today? Did you know it was your day today, Beefcake? It was beefcake day. They was selling beefcake at the restaurant. I walked past and they said it's the beefcake for 1 cent today because it's beefcake day. I said, I know you lying. I know him. I know him. I know beefcake. No. I love when you. Oh my God. I love his lingo. I love your lingo. Oh, listen, you have to be in control of who you are. You understand what I'm saying? Whether you eccentric, whether you are carefree, whether you are mild mannered, whether you aggressive, whether you are confident, whether you're strong, whether you are spiritual, whoever you are, you be that. And when I was writing this paper, I'm like, it's crazy how people will shave off who they are to fit in, to be in a crowd. When you in a crowd of people, nobody really recognize you. You don't stand out. You have to be a strong individual to stand out in the crowd. And that's who you should be every day. And that's who you should be. That's what God wants you to be. He created us all different for a reason. He didn't create us all to blend in. He created us all to stand out, to be our own individual. Do you understand what I'm saying? You said that's why I am a leader, not a follower, but a natural born leader. Yes. It is nothing wrong with standing out on your own 2 feet. I can respect you better than that. I can respect you more. You understand what I'm saying? All of this, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that because of this, because of that. No. Have your own autonomy. There's nothing wrong with it. If you gotta stand out on the island by yourself, at least you being yourself. It's at least you being yourself. Never will I allow someone to control me and run me and tell me how I'm going to think. I said that on the other line. Stop allowing people to think for you. Stop allowing people to speak for you. Stop allowing people to tell you what's right and what's wrong and what's the truth. You decipher and make up your own mind what is right and what is good for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to deal with the decisions that you make in your life. Your life is how you make it. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of times, a lot of people live for other people. They live for the approval of other people. And guess what? The most of the time it don't work out because when they stop giving their approval, you left out in the cold. Do you understand what I'm saying? Be you. Be your own self. You said also, I love myself that much. You love yourself that much. That's what it boils down to, Beefcake. That's what it boils down. Loving yourself. How much do you love yourself? Do you understand what I'm saying? I definitely understand and understand is being understood. Absolutely. 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 I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? Everybody remembers an individual. Everybody remembers that person that stood out. You remember that person. You know what I'm saying? Because at least they had the courage to be themselves. It's nothing more worse than but mimicking or regurgitating what somebody else has said. It ain't your own thoughts. It ain't your own processes. I wanna know you. I don't wanna know. I don't, it's, I hate when people mimic, or I don't say mimic, but you take on these other people characteristics instead of being your own self. That ain't you. That's not you. That's not you. That's not you. Sometimes people are scared to be them own self because they don't want to make other people mad, or you've been so long under somebody, you don't want to. I had to do that. I had that recently, and I'm not talking about who y'all think I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. But there was a situation a couple of months back where I had to break away. I had to break away, and I had to come to the conclusion that this ain't what I want to do. And listen, you only got one life to live. Stop doing things that you don't want to do to appease other people. Because at the end of the day, people going to do what they want to do regardless of how you feel. They're not going to ask you your input when they're making a decision on their life, because these people have already decided who they are. It's you that need to decide who you are. And I'm admonishing you and encourage you today. Be your own self. Be your own self. You understand what I'm saying? Be your own self. You don't like this? No, I don't like it. You like it? Yeah, I like it. But whatever it is, most definitely let it be a decision that you have made and not somebody making a decision for you. The power of acceptance. You know what I'm saying? People are willing to do anything to be a part of this sector, this clique, that clique, this organization, that organization. You know what I'm saying? You want to be led. You don't want to think for yourself. You want somebody to tell you how to live life and lead you on. That's a weak-minded individual. When you a yes man, or you always okay when somebody saying that it's fact, and you know for a fact that it's dead wrong, you a weak-minded individual. Be your own true self. And that is what I have been learning. How you doing, Mantis? I said nothing but love your way. Hey, I saw it. I saw it. Okay. Be your true self. Be your own true self. The power of acceptance. People will do anything to be accepted by somebody. You waited on the sidelines, waiting to be accepted by somebody, waiting to be in their clique, waiting to be in their circle, waiting to be in their acceptance. You understand what I'm saying? No. It should not be that way. You waiting for them to tell you which way the wind gonna blow. Stop allowing people to think for you and be your own individual. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people are not happy with who they are or how their life look right now, so they want to take on somebody else's persona, and you want to live their template, their pattern. No, carve your own way out. Carve your own life out. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is empowering. You will find out, oh, I like myself. Oh, I like how I look right now. I like myself in this situation. And the more and more you begin to like yourself, the more empowered you become, and the more other people's opinion really doesn't matter. Am I telling the truth? Am I telling the truth today? So, I thought that was really something, when I chose the topic, I was just skimming through because she said we had to submit a topic. I said, I think we'll talk about the acceptance, because that's a heavy hitter. A lot of times people don't do that, but sometimes we do it unconsciously. You know what I'm saying? We do it unconsciously because the human nature wants to be attached or belong to something. You know what I'm saying? They want to do that. For some reason, we want to do that. We want to be attached to something. It's only through maturity and age. You know what I'm saying? When you make up in your mind, I really don't need this rally around me. I don't need this. You know what I'm saying? I don't need this, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I can be who I am and stand up on my own 2 feet and be me and do me. You know what I'm saying? Now, acceptance and support is two different things. I do want to say now that I want to thank everybody for their support these last couple of weeks. I want to tell you thank you for your support. It feels good when you are understood. You know what I'm saying? When people can kind of differentiate through things and make up their own mind, and they decide to support, it feels good. And I want to tell you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for every phone call. Thank you for every live. Thank you for voicing your opinion. Thank you for every text. Scorp, I love you. Thank you for, just being solid. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody. Chubbs, thank you, everybody. Everybody, Vaughn, and if I get it, I can't keep on calling everybody name because I've been up forgot something, and they be like, she didn't call my name. But everybody who has supported the show, supported the channel, everybody, Beefcake Mantis, everybody. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for calling everybody's name out, but because I don't want to forget nobody, but I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Now, support is something different than acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Because you essentially telling somebody, saying, I approve of you. When you say acceptance, I approve of you in what you're doing. And then, in your mind, you're placing some type of value. So in the beginning of my paper, it was talking about how children seek that approval from that parental person in their life or from their teacher. They go out and they seek that approval because they want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? They want to be accepted. And then sometimes in a family dynamic, that child will start to mimic their parents because they see that individual as an influence, right? So they will mimic their mom, they'll mimic their cadence, they'll mimic their mannerisms, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is. They will try to impress their parents. They'll try to get good grades, and I got put all type of statistics in there, and all because they want to be accepted by their parents because their parents was an influential force early on in their early development years. You understand what I'm saying? So they carry this thing of acceptance throughout the trajectory of their life. And that's why you see, excuse me, y'all. That's why you see Men who walk across the stage when they get their degree, they break down and cry, and they hug their father because they want to tell their dad, look, I did it. I'm successful. Look what I have done. I'm sure I'm making you happy. It's that thing of acceptance, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, and I also begin to touch on this in my paper. What happens when you take a blunder in life? What happens when you take a fall in life, and you feel like you have let these influences down? The heartache that some people feel they can't recover from it. They cannot recover from it because they done let down the most impactful influence in their life. They've let these people down. And this is happening today as grown people. People have become attached to certain influences in their life as grown people. As grown people, they have become attached to certain things and certain people in their life that they're scared to let them down, or they're scared to stray away and think for themselves. They're scared to let these people down because they are intimidated by these people, or they are really addicted and influenced by these people. So to let them down will be pure chaos for them. They don't want to make them mad. I don't want to disappoint them. But you a whole grown individual. If you know you feel a certain kind of way and you think a certain kind of way, be you. There's a way to disagree respectfully. You understand what I'm saying? But you got people who have these phobias in their life. You know, the fear of being alone or the fear of rejection. You know what I'm saying? That they will ride it out. They'll ride it out and they see the cliff coming, but they will ride it out. They'll ride it out. The cliff gets right there, 3 feet away. They still gonna ride it out because of the fear of rejection, the fear of being cast out of the in crowd, the fear of being let go, the fear of not belonging something, and they'll go ahead and fall right on off that cliff with you. You understand? That's why I say if be an individual. I'm my own self. I am my own self. I've always been an individual, and people who really know me for real, you guys know that I am my own individual. You know what I'm saying? No one's going to control me or make me think a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I've never been like that. I think it's so unattractive. I don't like it. I don't like, you know, one thing I don't like? I don't like when a group of women are all together and they just feeding off each other, all type of negative stuff, and nobody is really independently thinking for themselves. You understand what I'm saying? They're not thinking for themselves, but they're taking on the ideology collectively as one unit. That's ridiculous to me. You know what I'm saying? I can see you collaborating and coming together and expressing yourself or coming together. You know what I'm saying? And expounding on something. But yeah, you know what? I think that too. Yeah, you know what? You know you right. Yeah, you right. I was gonna say that. No, I need you to be better than that. I need you to be better than that. It just don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? The power of acceptance is a very, very powerful thing. It really is. Because people sometimes are willing to do and say anything to get it. It don't matter if you're dead wrong. They want that accept. They want to be in there. You know what I'm saying? They want to, so it's a dangerous thing. So we have to be careful of that. I want to encourage you to be you. You are so peculiar. You are so unique. You are such a unique individual. Be that. Stand in that. Stand in your own truth. And I know that's so cliche, but stand in your own truth. That is so empowering. People don't have to get you. People don't have to understand you. People don't even necessarily have to like you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to like you, but at least you are your own individual. You know what I'm saying? At least you are you. And I'm just encouraging people in this day, be you. I love the way that Beefcake is his own individual. He got a whole dictionary of vocabulary that only he used. And you know when he come up on your panel, you know that's Beefcake. He had a distinctive way of talking. His voice is. I love it. I honest to God do, and this ain't me. This is not me. Just saying that you say very much empowering. It is, man. I'm just saying, like it. I love it because sometimes individuals are attracted to that. Now I ain't saying I'm attracted. I'm just saying I'm just using him as an example. I don't want y'all going out here saying Queen is because y'all know how y'all do. But anyway, um some people, some things that you may think is not attractive about yourself or you hate about yourself could be the main thing that attract people to you. You understand what I'm saying? It's a freedom that comes with being you. I love me. I guess it comes with age. I don't know, but it's a yes. You gonna be there? Maybe. No. I enjoy speaking my mind. I enjoy saying no. I can't do it. I do what I want to do as long as it lines up with the will of God. I say what I want to say as long as it's respectful of others, and I can rest my head at night and go to sleep and be good because I know I've been my own authentic self. I'm not sitting up here laughing at your dry jokes because I just want you to like me. No, I ain't doing none of that. I'm being myself. If you like me or you don't like me, you know what I'm saying? I don't sit up with a bunch of women and talk about other women because you talking about them. There's always a dominant woman somewhere in the group. You know what I'm saying? It's always some type of dominant individual in the group. And a lot of times people who are weak-minded, they pander to that individual in the group. You know what I'm saying? They pander to him and they try to be nice to him because they feel like, oh, he the leader. You know what I'm saying? I want to get on his good side. Not me. Not me. I'm the one that's like, hey, if you like me, you don't. I'm not gonna pander to you because you got a strong personality. I'm not gonna do that because guess what? Nobody's better than nobody. You know what I'm saying? I walk in with authority, and that's not being offensive or aggressive. But when I walk in a room, I'm there because I don't have the energy to be nobody else but me. I don't have the energy to be nobody else but me. And you should feel the same way. It takes a lot of energy to take on someone else's facade. You be you. Even if it's not popular, you still be you, even if it's not popular, guys. And I have been seeing that. I want to tell y'all, I've been seeing a lot of people been standing on business. And I just want to say thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. I appreciate that. God knows I do. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for that. I know I probably need to be a little bit more consistent when I come out here on this live, but I promise y'all, it's not that I don't want to come out here. I do. It's the energy that be gone at the end of the day. The deadlines that be needing, like the state coming out tomorrow, to do some things like evaluation stuff. So it was a lot of preparation I had to do, and that kind of drug on. So I came home late, crashed out, was supposed to finish my research paper and just did not, just was tired, just tired. So it's not that I want to be consistent. I do. It's just that my schedule right now is so compact right now. But I do want to, because there's a show that I had scheduled and I didn't do it, but I really want to do it. It's called The Law of Attraction. I most definitely am doing that live. I want to talk about it with you guys. The law of attraction, and I want the law of attraction and why your life now looking like it should look. You know what I'm saying? It's because of it's what you putting out. Sometimes we can repel good things away and opportunities away by what comes out of our mouth and how we carry ourselves. So I want to talk about the law of attraction. That's a good show because I really want to take my time with that. So yeah, just stick with me, ride with me. I want to tell y'all again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for every rational thought, rational opinion. Thank you for every sound-minded advice and text. I thank you guys. I appreciate that. It feels good to know that there are some most sane people on this YouTube app. Understand what I'm saying? It's the most sane people out there. Yeah, so just be easy, guys. Listen. Don't fall into that trance that most Americans and most individuals are in. And it's just like herding sheep. Everybody just get in line and just follow the person in front of them. If you go left, I'ma go left. Don't get into that trance. Break away, peel away all of that. I'll be calling it the matrix. That I've been talking about being delusional and just being in an alternate reality. You just going along. You know what I'm saying? You just going along with the system. Break out of the matrix and be your own self. Take a gulp of fresh air and think for yourself, because it is going to pay off eventually. You understand what I'm saying? Don't fall into that trap of acceptance. Don't fall into that, oh, I gotta be accepted, or they not gonna like me if I do this, or they gonna say this if I do this. It doesn't matter as long as you being yourself, your authentic self, as long as you have power over your own autonomy, baby, you doing it. You are doing it. You understand what I'm saying? You said you call it the illusion. I call it the illusion. It is an illusion and a delusion. It's an illusion and a delusion. You understand what I'm saying? That's no way. That is not no way for nobody to be living. So you living in this ultimate universe, this alternate reality in your mind. Now it can go both ways. Sometimes narcissistic people, they live in this delusion. And then you got weak-minded people who don't want to stand on their own. They also live in an alternate reality. You understand what I'm saying? They live there. And you're not being your real self. You wake up and go to sleep in this alternate reality, this delusion. And I don't see how people can do it. You sometimes we gotta put on our big girl drawers and say there's some things I need to fix about myself and fix in my life, and some things I need to walk away from, or whatever I need to do better. Some things in my life that I need to go and get, or shut the door or open the door, so that my life can be better, so that I can live in reality. But to go around and call wrong right for the majority of your life, that's crazy. That's crazy work. And if anybody don't fall in line in your ultimate world and your ultimate reality, they the ones that got a problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is no way for a person to live. You know what I'm saying? This false sense of importance, this false sense that you got going on, it is no way to live. I'm encouraging you to be your own true self. Your own true self. If you like comic books and skateboards and graffiti, do you. You understand what I'm saying? Do you? If being you don't necessarily align with your culture, do you? Do you understand? If being you don't necessarily align with your family, do you? Because it's nothing worse than living in a prison and you can't get out, and somebody else holding the key, and you can't get out of it. No, you can't live like that. You cannot live like that. You cannot live like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You like this because my mama was like this, my grandmother was like this, my cousins is like this. This is how we are. Listen to that. This is how we are. This just how we are. No, that's not how it should be. I want to know how you are. How do you feel? What is your interest? How are you? Who are you? That's what we should be asking ourselves. Who are you for real? Who are you for real? That's an important question. Well, you need to sit down somewhere or stand up, look in the mirror, and say, have my past actions for the last 6 months, is that who I really am? You said most people forget who they are. They forget who they are because they done took on the facade of other things, or or pop culture has told them how they should be, or the culture has told them how they should be, or what they see or what have been exposed to have told them how they should be, and they're pandering to that. But you not being your own authentic self. You understand what I'm saying? It's liberating, it's freeing to me. When I was younger, sometimes, when I would be around certain groups, like when I was in high school or middle school, I would be around certain groups and I wouldn't necessarily come out and tell people that I was in the church because, first of all, I was trying to be accepted in that group. So I would be doing stuff and saying stuff that I shouldn't be saying. And I would be feeling so guilty and stuff. But I wanted to be, in the cool quick kids. And even when I got a teenager and stuff, I wanted to show everybody I was cool. I wanted to show them that I was this and edgy and all that stuff. So I did, I was trying to be like everybody else and do everything like, but my love, I always loved God. I always loved to be in the church. That was my thing, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted, I wanted to be accepted. I didn't want to be the oddball. But as I got older, I understood that this is a lifestyle. So I'm choosing to be in this. Nobody's telling me, that I need to be in church or my faith or dictating to me my faith. You know what I'm saying? I don't serve my pastor. I told my pastor, I look through you to have a relationship to see God. You understand? So this is what I want to do. This is how I want to live. And if you can't get down with that or don't understand that, then that's your problem. It ain't none of mine. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, baby, hey, Scorp. I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it, beautiful. Do you understand what I'm saying? Scorp, I gave you a shout out. I was giving you some love. Thank you for all your support, sweetie pie. Be your authentic self, whatever that is. If you want to be a tap dancer, honey, go get some bottle caps on your sneaker shoes and go on and tap. If you want to join the circus, honey, go on and get you some red nose and a wig and go on out there and walk on the tightrope. Whatever it is that you want to do, baby, be you. I'm going to say this and I want y'all to hear it in the back. You only got one life to live. Listen. You better stop living your life for other people and live for yourself. Because at the end of the day, these people ain't gonna care nothing about what you done did. What? Wait a minute, I'm pulling this phone back. Oh, shut up, Scorp. Is that what you want to be in life? No. Oh, you is something else, Scorp. Oh my God. Oh my God. This woman is something else. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did you? You crazy as I don't know what. Oh my God. You said, yep. Ooh, well, Scorp, they got all type of stores and no, just playing. But whatever it is, whatever you said, live free as you want. Shut up. Shut up. Do not encourage her. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm telling you right now, it is so empowering. It's so empowering to be you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not living under the thumb of nobody. I'm not living under nobody intimidation, nobody's threats, nobody, nothing. Nobody runs me or this or that, nothing in my life other than God. And my husband has some authority. No, for real though, he does. I respect my husband. He's the priest of everything. I do it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that I'm trying to drive home to you guys is be your own individual self. The power of acceptance can be a dangerous thing. It is mind blowing to me how people can blindly acclimate themselves with negativity. And they do it carefree because they don't have to use the energy. They don't have to use the left or right side of their brain. They ain't got to use the front or the back. They just up in that thing and it feels good. And some people think that there's strength in numbers. I want to tell you that the strength don't come from the numbers. It's a strong individual that can stand on the island by themselves and still be fly. and still have swag and still command their space and still go about their life and still make decisions regardless of who watching or who can and still be them. That's what a strength like, because if you can be strong standing on an island by yourself, honey, it doesn't, the crowd doesn't matter. The crowd doesn't matter. Am I telling the truth? Be your own authentic self. Stop allowing people to think for you. Stop sitting up here and regurgitating filth and vulgarness and craziness and stuff because you intimidated by individuals. Break away from that. Break away from that. You always got to be traveling around in a group with somebody. No, you're strong. Some people they feed off other people, and I'm not, I don't want y'all to misinterpret this because there is a space in your life for friends. There is a space in your life for support. This is what I'm learning, and I'll say it again. Thank everybody on these YouTube streets for your support. Man, it feels really good. It does. I didn't even know some people were supporting me. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know this. You know what I'm saying? But I say thank you. You know what I'm saying? But it feels real good when you can go through something and know that you've been your authentic self through the whole thing, the whole way. The whole way. Don't negate from who you are. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody intimidate you. Don't let nobody think for you. Don't let nobody tell you something. Yeah, okay, I guess. Well, it's whatever you say, because whatever it is. What you mean? No, you don't be like that. You know how people they end up in jail because they just was the passenger in a stolen car. They was guilty by association. You sitting up in there doing 20 years because you was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Metaphorically, in your mind, mentally, you doing 20 years. You doing a year or 5 years with this individual because you guilty by association. You can't change that immaturity. You can't change that way of thinking because you won't break away and come up to a higher level. You understand what I'm saying? I want to be on a higher plane. I want to be in different rooms. I want to be in the rooms where people, you know what I'm saying, are making decisions, profound decisions that affect communities. And I want to be setting policies. I see my life in the next 2 years or so looking differently than what it is now. I want to progress. I want to progress. And that's what we should be doing. You said, I'm not scared of anybody in Scorp. I know that for a fact. Did you say, what did you say? Birds have a choice. Oh my God. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's freeing. It is freeing to think for your own self. It is freeing to get to know who you are. Like I said, you need to stand in the mirror and properly reintroduce yourself to your own self and make some changes in your life. If you have been living in the shadows of other people, you need to create your own shadow. You need to create your own ground. Stand your own ground. This is what I'm learning. I don't like a bunch of people who can't make a decision, or they gotta depend on other people to move and make this. I don't like that. It's unattractive. It's unattractive. The power of acceptance. Be careful of that. Guys, be really careful of that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be accepted. I just want to rep this. I just want to be there. I just want to be in the group. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding for this. What if they riding down a dirt road and about to fall into a bed of fire? You gonna keep on riding? Hey, how you doing, pink lady? I send nothing but love your way because you deserve it. You understand what I'm saying? You started out good, but now you see the road is bumpy. You know what I'm saying? And you see a sign that say "Do not enter." And you trying to tell them, "Hey, don't go," but they still going. You gonna keep riding? You gonna keep riding, or are you gonna make a sound decision to protect yourself? Ain't nothing worse than an educated fool. It's nothing worse than an educated fool. You know you going in the wrong direction. Listen, I think one time I was in the car and I kept saying this. They keep going around and around. Do you know where you going? You just gonna keep riding in the car. You know that they like 10 miles out of the way. You ain't gonna say nothing. You just gonna keep on riding. That's crazy. But at least I'm up in here. At least we ride. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Y'all support the live. Like, share, subscribe. Listen. I try to put content out here that uplifts people and encourage people. You know what I'm saying? I wanna come back up and do my regular show. It's coming, y'all. Y'all just be patient with me, okay? I just want to encourage you today. If you will listen, if you want to go get your hair blonde, but everybody telling you, no, don't do that, be your own self. Let me tell you something. You know what? I ain't gonna share that because I'm in this new vein right now that I see now that I have to protect myself. Sometimes I get transparent and I be transparent because I want to help people. Honest to God, I do. But I have to protect myself now. So but I'm just saying, whatever it is that you want to do in life, people may not agree with it or they may not like it. That ain't for them to agree or like. If you want to do it as long as it's in the will of God. I'm always gonna come from that perspective. But I'm just saying, if you want to go dye your hair blonde and nobody else wants you to do it in your family, go get your hair blonde. Hey, how you doing, Vanessa? I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. You said I ran out of patience. Don't be what? Wait a minute. I told y'all. Listen, I told y'all. I'm coming back. Like I'm gonna do my regular show. Just be patient. Bro, man, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all. I just listen. Y'all listen. Listen. I am going to be coming back out here regularly. Y'all just gotta rock with me for a minute, okay? Y'all already done seen what's been going on. I done been having to throw boulders and I've been fighting boulders and bricks and all type of bats and I've been doing crazy work. So y'all just keep me, keep me together. Just rock with me for a minute, okay? Just rock with me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all notice, even if you look in the chat, it's nothing but strong individuals in this mug. It's nothing but truth tellers and independent individuals. I mean, who stand on business. I'm gonna tell you something, right? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. I messed around and disconnected my live. Y'all just okay. Hey, you ain't tired, Scorpio. I'm here. I'm here. I am here. I'm here. No, don't be tired. You said I send my praises for you, praises for you for standing your ground. I got to. That's how my mama raised me. If y'all don't know, my mama, she had a background in Nation of Islam. She grew up militant. My mother was a strong individual. Do you understand? A very strong woman. She took care of us. My mother was a single parent. It was just me and her. And when I say extreme poverty, we went through it, but I never on the street. Do you understand what I'm saying? We had to make it however we had to make it. So that put a little bit of grit and strength in me. Yeah, am I in the church? Yeah, I'm in the church. Am I educated? Yeah, I'm educated. But I also was educated by the street. My mother taught me how to survive. That's why I don't understand some women when they just act like they a damsel in distress. And I listen, don't come for me, women. Don't y'all come for me. Hey, Urban, I said nothing but love your way. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand when people just say individuals, not just women that can't think for themselves. They don't know what to do. They acting so silly. You depending on a man to do everything for you. I don't get that. And a lot of people, a lot of people. I've had a lot of challenging conversations about that. They go to talk about, my man do this and my man do that. Hey, that's cool. I'm not speaking about that. Men, they are the protectors, in most instances. The man is the provider for most instances. They do all of that. That's all good and dandy. I lived that life. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just in case it don't go down like that, I know how to survive. You understand what I'm saying? I know how to survive. I get it. You know what I'm saying? When I was when we were in Nigeria, my husband did everything for me, took care of, dropped that bread. Even though people may say he did not, my husband absolutely did drop that bread on me, and continues to take care of me. You understand what I'm saying? And it was like doting. You feel that real feminine vibe. You know what I'm saying? This and that. I ain't had to do nothing. Never opened my purse for nothing. Never opened up a car door. All of that's good. But look, if this don't work out, I still know how to survive. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's no weak mindedness nowhere around here. I've been on my own and I ain't never had to go back to my mama house. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that ain't just me, honey. That's to God be the glory for the things that he has done. But you better know my mother equipped me with the things that I needed to do to survive. I know what resources to go to. I know who to call. I know what to do to survive. You have to be that. And I'm not just talking about in your everyday life. Now I'm talking about metaphorically, mentally. You need to know how to be your own self and know how to survive independently. You trying to figure out who said this and what. Okay, so who's saying this? Because we going left and we going right. Okay, so what time did they say? No, think for yourself. You need to learn how to carry the mental weight on your own. That's why a lot of people walking around here mentally ill because they don't want to think for themselves. They don't want to be their own self. They don't want to have that come to Jesus moment for themselves. They don't want a life. They don't want to live life. They don't want to do the heavy lifting for themselves. They want somebody else to do it for them. You said everybody must understand. No, you said everybody must understand nobody boss Scorp. Come on. Everybody must understand nobody boss. I get you. Scorpio, you didn't. That's Urban. You understand what I'm saying? Do the heavy lifting. You have to be a strong-minded individual. I'm gonna break down. This person ain't here no more. I'm gonna break down. I ain't gonna be able to. I can't do it. I might as well just jump off a cliff. I ain't got time for that. There's too much life to live. You said you also know how to pay your bills and not get put out oh God. Vanessa. I'm finna call you. I am getting ready to call you Scorp Jr. That's that. Hey, every time Vanessa come in here, y'all, that's her name. Her new name now is Scorp Jr. For now, that's it. Scorp, that's wonderful. Keep up the great work. Scorp been grinding. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Y'all better go over there and support. She been grinding. Them doggone hats been looking good. They've been looking good. I'm gonna put the pictures up. I'm gonna put the pictures up. The hats been banging. Okay. I'm a dub and you Scorp Jr. Do you understand? Do the emotional work, the heavy lift. Therapy. Therapy is all about emotional repair and heavy lifting and accountability. It take a lot to say I'm wrong, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I need to work on myself. A lot of people don't want to work on themselves. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to work on ourselves. We don't want to, hold that metaphoric mirror up to ourselves and say, I need to fix this, I need to fix that, I need to fix that. You know what I'm saying? That's being a mature adult. Doing the work on yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that you can be a better individual. I know I have, and I'm in the middle of doing that now. I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? What else do I need to do? Show me, Lord, because that is my source. Show me, Lord, what I need to do to be a better. And He's showing me, you need to do this, you need to stop doing this. And I'm working on it. I really am working on it because I do want to be a better individual. You can't just, you just want to hide in the crowd and not take accountability for nothing. You it's ridiculous. And then a lot of times people are taking on other people's mistakes and mishap and bad behavior, and you taking it on. And it ain't you, it's them. But you feel comfortable hiding in the back somewhere, in the bushes somewhere, because that's where you want to be. You don't know how to thrive as an individual. And that's the problem with a lot of people in society. You rather hide in the crowd instead of stepping out on your own 2 feet and being you. You like that? Yeah, I like that. I like that too. You like that? Yeah, you don't like that? No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that too. But in reality, you do like it. It's just ridiculous. It really is. It is just ridiculous. And anybody. So the reason why we're here, if you all are just joining us late, so I'm doing a research paper on called the power of acceptance. And so this is what we're talking about, how the power of acceptance can be a dangerous thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you seek an acceptance from other people, you liable to do anything, compromising your morals and your values and who you are. You don't forget who you are. Mantis brought up a good point. You don't forget who you are, living in this alternate reality, in this trance of a life. You don't forget who you really are because you done got caught up in the whirlwind of somebody else. Instead of thinking for yourself, you don't forget who you really are. Vanessa said, Queen, I am going to apologize to you now. I don't mean any harm to anyone. I'm just saying I don't have an average back. You don't have an average backbone. Baby, you ain't gotta apologize for nothing. You ain't did nothing. You said mama got an illegal in the bag. Scorpio, are you about to get a whooping? I'm about to go get my belt. I'm about to go get my belt. Vanessa, you ain't did nothing, honey. You good. So the topic is about social acceptance. Yeah, you can say yes. Yeah, social acceptance and the power of acceptance. So I'm doing, like I told you, I'm doing a research paper on that, and I'm kind of each section identifies, or not identifies, but expounds on different parts of the person's life, the adolescence, middle age, and adult. So I'm right at the middle age, the younger age. You know what I'm saying? That's where I stopped typing at. So I got to finish it tomorrow. Um, you said, oh, really? Okay, you better go get 2 belts. Yeah, I'm gonna need two. Okay, oh, I'm gonna need another belt too, Vanessa. Okay, you said I'm running. I'm running. Oh God, squirts. Squirt stop. Oh Lord. It could be a really dangerous thing. It really can. People will harm other people just for other people's behalf because they want that person to like you. You understand what I'm saying? I was watching a movie and this person killed somebody because um they thought they was gonna make the other person happy. I'm like, this is crazy as I don't know what. But you got people who think like that. They want to assassinate you and your character because they think that's gonna get them some type of brownie points or something. You know what I'm saying? You acting all out of character, you know what I'm saying? Because you think you in the in crowd and this is what you gotta do. No, I want you to be your own individual. Remember who you are. That thing just keep on turning over in my spirit. Remember who you are. Don't forget who you are. You are a person of moral value. You are a person of a certain pedigree. You are an educated individual. You are wonderful, unique, and every other positive adjective you want to throw out there. That's you. That's nobody else but you. Oh God, she is something else. You said sounds like sociology. I did a similar research study on it when I was in college. Yes, yes, sociology. Yeah, it is. It can be. So the class that I'm actually taking is interactions with infants and toddlers. But it does have like a psychology feel to it. This is the way the textbook itself. You wouldn't even think that it was for. Excuse me, you wouldn't even think that was for early education because they kind of the author's perspective is the point of view is really targeting adults. You know what I'm saying? So the book is really weird. Like they should have chose a different text, I think. But they're primarily talking about individuals and adults and acceptance and it really is a good text. I'm not going to turn it in. I think I'm gonna hold on to it. The author, I want to say is I want to say it's Becky Bailey. She's a wonderful, profound literary author in early childhood. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing about her for years. So when I saw that she was the author of our text a book for this semester, I got excited. But the book kind of throwing me off because it ain't really talking about infinite. I mean, to some point it is, but it's really kind of addressing adults and the things that we go through in the classroom, and then it kind of high grades to our mental space as educators and teachers and the things that we need to navigate mentally so that we can be productive in the classroom. And I'm like, this thing is getting deep. You know what I'm saying? But this particular week, it was talking about the power of acceptance. That thing is so profound and it's so complex, and you can really pull and dig out of this because it's like you got to think about it as grown adults. Are we still seeking acceptance of others? Should we still be seeking acceptance of others? I don't know. What do you think? Should we still be doing that? Because that speaks to you gonna play by somebody else's rules. You're seeking for like, okay, so let's just say for a couple, a married couple, are you seeking the acceptance and approval of each other? Or is there just a blind, unconditional love there? And you should just, do I have to work for your approval? I don't know, but that's a deep topic because then you're gonna ask yourself, well, what do I need to do? Or what should I be doing? You understand what I'm saying? You said acceptance can be either positive or negative depending upon the circumstances. Yes, it can. Vanessa, you said Scorpio, we are a mess, I must admit, but it's all for good. Right is right, wrong. Yeah, absolutely, Vanessa. Not only acceptance of God, not only acceptance of God, not no, only acceptance of God. God don't make mess. He doesn't. Now, Vanessa, you're absolutely right. Now, that's the only entity that I most definitely will be striving to get is the approval and acceptance of God. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I know a certain individual got a whole bunch of opinions about this situation. I already know. I already know. But for me in my house, I am going to be thriving and striving to get the acceptance of Christ. Because at the end of the day, honey, He's the one that makes the major decision, either lead a life or death. And I want to be in God's favor. So that's why one of the reasons why I'm out here on these YouTube streets the way that I am is because I don't want to be out of the will of God. You know what I'm saying? I ask God, I'm like, Lord, if I said anything or did anything wrong, or if I have if I have deterred some people away from Christ, Lord, forgive me, because that ain't my intention. Sometimes when we get in the heat of the moment and defending ourselves, we may step outside of the will of God, and that ain't my intentions at all, for sure. You said period point blank. Yep. You said he take care of baby and yes, he does. And I have to remind myself that God loves them too. So you got to be careful of what you say because God loves them too, right? It's the truth all day long. But let's get back on topic. So, you know what I'm saying? So, the power of acceptance. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to compromise yourself to be accepted? Are you willing to shave off who you are just so you can fit into that crowd just a little bit? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's not going to work because eventually you're going to get uncomfortable where you are because you don't fit in right there. You know what I'm saying? You said acceptance is a part of survival. Do you believe that? And I figured, you know what? I was waiting on you. I was waiting on you to come with some type of contrast. Now you said acceptance is a part of survival. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. Or Urban, you said Urban. I am proud of Urban too, because I see you, Urban. Urban, I see you. Okay? I see you and I see you. And I've been sick for a long I see you. And you most definitely standing on your own 2 feet. I see it. Um, you know, but I do disagree with you when you say acceptance is a part of survival. How can that be? Because what if that door is not open for you? You know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like it's in reverse, though. I feel like it's in reverse. I really do. Because the strongest, those are the ones who survive. You know what I'm saying? The strongest to me is the ones who survive. If you think about the ecosystem, and I don't want to step outside my lane and outside of my education. Because sometimes, but I'm just thinking my mind is drawing me back to some things. Um, but when you step out, my what is that class I took? It was a science class. I can't remember. But in the ecosystem, over the eons and eons of time, the cockroach people has survived. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't kill that ninja. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has survived throughout all type of elements, throughout the flood, throughout the great flood, through the ice ages, through the dinosaurs, through the transformation of the planet. He's still here. His own authentic self. He did not. So what are you saying? So what did we see? What you saying? You said for example, it is not possible to procreate without a man and woman. They have to accept and coexist for survival. What is you talking about, Urban? What is you talking about? They have to accept one another. But okay, so you there now. You talking about procreation. Okay, that one individual sperm, he gotta go alone and breach that egg. He's the strongest. The strongest. All the other sperms gonna die off because they couldn't go the long haul. They didn't have no longevity. That one unique sperm penetrates that nucleus and get in that egg and begin to germinate. And bro, you can take that and go back and recook that and bring it back. Okay. Sometimes it's one, it's two if you're gonna have twins, and three if you're gonna have triplets, and sometimes you may have but it ain't that many. It's a remnant. It's a remnant. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like it's reversed. There's strength in singularity instead of, you know what I'm saying, that pluralism. A lot of times people think it's strength in numbers, but that it don't necessarily be that way sometimes. It don't necessarily be that way sometimes, Urban. You said a race of people can't be a race unless accepted and evolved. No, Urban, what you talking about? Nah, you doing it, nah. What you talking about? Nah, Irvin. Nah. What you talking about? A race of people can't be a race unless acceptance is involved. We know that you contradicting yourself, and I believe that you're doing this on purpose because we as a black race we have been rejected by the world globally, but yet we are still here. But yet we are still here. What are you talking about? We are the rejected race. The Native Americans are the rejected race on their own land, but yet they are still thriving. They are still here. No, you playing games. You doing this on purpose, Urban. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Let me tell you something. Never live your life to the beat of somebody else's drum. If you got to stand on an island by yourself and beat your own drum, baby, make sure you keep the beat and make sure you keep the cadence because it's nothing like a strong individual. You understand what I'm saying? It's nothing like a strong individual. Beat your own drum, march to your own beat. That way you can change your stride. You can change how you move. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't moving to nobody else's beat. I'm not doing that. You said black people are accepted by others. Stop it. Bro, I know you gaslight. I know for a fact you playing right now. I know you playing. You said I stand like a hold on. I stand like a what? What is this? Oh. First of all, I want to let y'all in on something. Next year I'll be 50 years old, okay? And I just want to let y'all know I done got to the point to where I'm gonna fix it though. I'm gonna fix it because I'm gonna change my diet. I know what's going on, but I done got to the point to where I gotta pull stuff back to see it. And I used to laugh at my best friend when I see her do that. When I used to see her do that, I'm like, she getting up there. Now here I am sitting up here pulling stuff back so I can see it. What did you say? I can't see that last. Oh, I know what it is. It's an abbreviation. I'm like, what the heck is this word? You said moving to someone else's beat is giving puppet to me. Yeah, you dancing to the puppet master, and ain't nobody really they real authentic self but the puppet master. You just think you ratting because you had behind their identity, but you ain't really your best self. Yo, you ain't your best version because you're hiding and you're taking on the characteristics of this individual. Why? Because you just want to be accepted. That's lame. It is whack and it's authentic. It's not authentic at all. Like that's so whack. Oh God, Vanessa, I'm gonna have to give you a. I'm gonna have to go get the whipping tree or something. You said acceptance becomes negative when people are a part of a hive mindset. I like that, Urban. Now you just got back on my good side. I like that, Urban. I love that. Yes, yes. Acceptance becomes negative when people are a part of a hive mentality. A hive mentality. You know, when a beehive is cut open, you see all of these different sections of the honeycomb. And these people and these bees are just working for that one queen bee. And when the queen is exposed, she begins to go deeper into that honeycomb and begins to hide underneath all of the bees. They begin to like make some type of protection in front of her to protect the bee. We gotta protect the bee at all costs. We gotta protect the bee at all costs. You know what I'm saying? They in these individual cells making honey, but they got a high mentality. They all are thinking on that one agenda to protect the queen bee. Nobody's thinking about protecting themselves. A cart. Yeah, I got you for an cart. Yeah, I got you. Nobody's thinking about protecting themselves. Nobody is thinking about themselves. They got that high mentality. You are absolutely right, Urban. You're absolutely right. You ain't trying to protect yourself. And next thing you know, you getting all these strays and bullets, and you trying to figure out where they coming from. Because and then at the end of the day, you the one that's all marked up and scraped up and bent up, but the queen bee is protected to live on for another day. And here you are all banged up. You said thank you for letting me be me on your panel. I appreciate that, but I'm going to tone it down out of respect for you and your channel. We talking about being authentic over here, Vanessa. I don't want you to be you. I want you to be you. Yeah, we want everybody to be respected. I most definitely want to be respected. But guess what? I respect you too, Vanessa. So I want you. Want listen in the look. Listen, Scorp is being herself. Scorp is scorping. No. I don't want nobody to be, nobody, I want you to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to change nobody. Now, this is a respectful channel. This is a safe space for everybody. I think everybody deserves respect, regardless of what your opinion is. A lot of times, we disagree. Me and Urban disagree every 5 seconds, but I respect them the utmost. You know what I'm saying? All opinions are welcome over here, but we don't believe in tearing down and disrespecting nobody. You know what I'm saying? We just don't do that over here. But shut up, Score. Score babies. But I just say, honey, you have the freedom to be whoever you are. Okay, babe? You safe over here. You safe. You are safe over here. But yeah, so I'm just encouraging you. But yeah, don't carry somebody else's agenda and make it your own. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You said 5 seconds more, and I like 1 second or less. Oh, shut up. Shut up. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. So listen, don't walk around with a banner. You know what I'm saying? Walk around with some carrying someone else's agenda. That's a horrible thing to do. You progressing someone else, especially if it's negative. Be sure that that's what you want to do. Now, it's okay if you accept some components of somebody's ideology, or you agree with what they're saying or what they're pushing or what they're progressing. I'm mainly leaning towards the negative side of acceptance tonight on this live, not necessarily the positive side, because it's a good thing to push a positive thing. It's always good to be positive. That's going to always be good. But I'm leaning towards the negative side of acceptance. When you find yourself compromising, when you find yourself in the gray area because you don't want to rock the boat. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be accepted. That's a dangerous place to be in, because that means you ain't you. That means you're not your authentic self. You know what I'm saying? You said I try to be protect my energy, but oh Lord, I gotta protect my peace. I've been in peace protection mode since the summer. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's been working out for me. It has been working out for me. This is me. I'm happy with myself. I don't gotta go somewhere and turn the lights off in a corner somewhere and cry. I'm not boohooing and crying because somebody don't like me. I ain't boohooing and crying because you know what I'm saying. People out here doing this and doing that. I ain't boohooing and crying about nothing. What I am doing is resting well, because I know for a fact that this is who I am. This is me. You know what I'm saying? It's freedom. Liberality comes, when you own, again, like I say, your own autonomy. That's liberality. When you can go out and flex and be you and do your thing and live your dreams and be into what you want to be into, that is a whole flex right there. That's a whole flex right there. You said, so you want to talk about the negative side, huh? You want, Lord, I gotta pull it back. Hold on, y'all. You want chaos tonight. Gotcha. Shut up with the gotcha. Shut up with the gotcha, Urban. You Listen, I don't want that. I don't want to. I'm talking to no. I don't want chaos. What I'm saying is this: I want to convey what I'm understanding. Like what I'm trying. What I understand is that when you do anything for acceptance, that is a very negative and dangerous space to be in. That's what I'm talking about. But listen, y'all, can't nobody say gotcha like Urban. When he say gotcha, you know for a fact he's slapping you on your nose. Like you know you doing wrong, right? So you really want to rob that bank. Okay, gotcha. Okay, nobody said. Oh my god, I gotta get that on the what do you call that? I gotta get that on a voice bite so I can play that on my shows. Okay, gotcha. You said that's why I'm divorced for the kids. Oh god, I gotta pull it back again, y'all. That's why I'm divorced for the kids. Okay, I don't see you in this abbreviation, and you know what I'm saying. I can't even follow it. That part is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, you know what, Scorp? Yeah, a lot of times, a lot of people they do divorce because they thinking about the impact of the kids. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say, I think I was reading an article, and they was talking about single parents um and the influence that the parents have. But you see a lot of single mothers who take their kids out of that toxic situation because they don't want them to be influenced no kind of way. But there was also an article talking about the longevity, the statistics of children who grow up just to, please their mother or please their father. You know what I'm saying? And they even correlated it with test scores and how the test scores look from these type of children who always feel like they gotta be this type of way to please their mother and father. It was really interesting. There was some really interesting data in that, you know. So I'm seeing what you said, Squirt, but kids R's part. You got kiss, and then you got ARS. What is ARS? I told my ex what to kiss. Now I'm single. You is something else. Oh God, you something else, Scorp. Yeah, and so I was looking at that, and I'm like, wow, these are some interesting correlations of how they did that. But when you go to talking about adults and the negative side of acceptance, it is really crazy and wild. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you can see stories on the internet where people have done things because they think that they're gonna be with this person. You know what I'm saying? They have done things thinking in their mind in some kind of weird, whacked out way. If I do this, I can have this person. Because they just want to be in this person's world. And that's what it is a bunch of grown folks wanting to be in somebody else's world. I just want to be where you at. That's weird. That is so weird. You know what I'm saying? You got these crazy baby mamas, excuse me, women. You got these crazy baby mamas that be showing up at people's jobs and, jumping over fences and showing up at the Denny's and showing up at the Waffle Houses and Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? Because they just want to be in this person's world. They can't be them. They can't be happy by themselves, or they think they're not gonna be happy without this dude. You know what I'm saying? So they just doing all these weird, crazy, whacked out stuff. That's a mental illness. That's something going on in your mind. You have lost who you are. You behaving erratic because you want to be in somebody else's world. That's crazy work right there. But you see it all day, every day on social media. You see it all the time. And you wonder what's wrong with these people. Why you acting like this? He gonna be mad forever and all this stuff. You that's crazy. You say, yep, I'm in a oh God. Okay. Yeah, so just you just gotta be leery and careful of that. Don't get sucked into something or something so deep that you forget who you are because you just want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Always keep, and I know this may sound I don't know, bougie or whatever, but always keep yourself an arm's length away from something. Don't be so engrossed and engulfed in something that you lose your identity. You know what I'm saying? You lose all rationality. You don't do that. You said I learned to not be socially acceptable on YouTube because people are not going to agree with me all of the time. Guess what? It's fine. Absolutely, Urban. Absolutely. And that's the dangers of that. And I don't want to seem antisocial or anything like that. But when you engraft yourself in something so close and so tight, when it's time for you to think, have your own ideology, people be looking at you weird. But it's like, come on. Hey, I like rocking with Urban, but we're gonna always have some type of difference of opinion. Do that mean that I can't rock with Urban? No, that just mean I'm my own individual. But you gotta be careful that I'm rocking with you. We rad, because the moment y'all have a disagreement, you so close, it's a big old issue. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you don't want me to really think for myself. You just want me, excuse me, you just want me to think for you. You want me to be like you. You don't want me to disagree with you. You just want me to blindly ride with you. No, it don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. No, that's why I'm glad I got my own channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I am the way that I am. Yeah, and it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But you got some people, they done got sold this and sold that, it's a problem when you have a difference of opinion. You supposed to just think like you just supposed to think like somebody else think because that's how it's supposed to be. Excuse me, guys. They the leader and you the follower. Hey Chips, I said nothing but love your way because you deserve it. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. I honestly do, Chubbs. Be careful of that, fainting sheep mentality. Have you ever seen fainting sheep? They get spooked and all of them just start falling off and fainting together. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick, you sick, we sick mentality. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. I'm not gonna let you drive me off a cliff. I'm just not gonna let you do it. You want to do it? No, I don't want to do it. You said that's just like you over invite yourself to somebody. You over at somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? They can't cook, and you know they can't cook, but you didn't. Girl, come over here. All right, you over there for 3 hours eating bad food. No, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. The power of acceptance can be a dangerous thing. You want to sit here and just be accepted by somebody. You don't care what their ideology is. You don't care, what their viewpoint is or what they stand on or what it is. You just want to be there because they popular. Sometimes there's strength somewhere standing by yourself and saying, "Hey, no, I'm not going to get down like that." You say yes. I have you say yes, I deal with this all the time on my channel. I have people threaten to unfollow me because they don't agree with things I said. I tell them gotcha. I wish I was live on my stream, y'all, so I can hear them say gotcha. You need to, Irvin, this for free. You need to create a segment that just say gotcha. And just spew out different scenarios that you have observed, and just push the button and say gotcha. That junk will be hilarious. Do you hear what I say? Oh my God. That would be hilarious. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, stop. Don't quit being led and learn how to be a leader and be a follower. Be a trailblazer. Carve a way out for somebody else to come behind you. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm encouraging you guys to do. Think for yourself. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. Stand on that. Stand on that. You know what I'm saying? Don't like Matthew said, don't forget who you are. People done got so caught up in mess and got so caught up in a caught thinking in a caught minded situation. You have forgotten who you are. I'm gonna create a sound board for it. Yeah, you need to stream that show. You know what I'm saying? Oh, guess what, y'all? Guess what happened to me? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. This is totally off topic, but I have to say this. So I reached out to the White House on behalf of what's going on in Nigeria and the genocide that's going on in Nigeria. And guess what? It took some weeks, but guess what? I got a response. I got a letter back, guys. I got a response back. I did. I was shocked and taken back by Mr. Trump. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now, it could have been an auto-generated response or it could have been by one of the aides, but I most definitely got a response. I could not believe it. I kid you not. I did. So y'all go and advocate for something. If it ain't nothing but bubble gum, go and advocate. Do you understand? Go advocate for something. Don't fall for everything. Don't just be sitting up here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. If you sitting somewhere, you know what I'm saying, and the viewpoint done changed and it done went left and it ain't going in the direction that you thought it should be going in, it's time to go. It's time to move in a different space. You know what I'm saying? Child, they been like this all day life. You know what I'm saying? Child, they been like you attached to somebody that's non-productive, non-moving, just ain't doing nothing. Child, they been like that. No, you gonna get away from me. You gonna get away from me. I don't care how much I love you. I was dating a dude and I wasn't working. I was unemployed, grown woman, unemployed. They for sure broke up with me. Said I'll talk to you and get back with you when you get a job. That happened in real life, and I respected that. I respected that. And when it took my behind and when it got a job. Now, I'm talking about this is my early years, y'all. Early years, 19, 20 years. You understand? People, you just gotta do what's right. You said no explain for me, Ermin. I'm not the one. Duh, one. You put a D there. Duh. It says you should do a show about Nicki Minaj's speech regarding that situation in Nigeria. I didn't see it. Have you highlighted it or featured it? I would like to see it. Is it on your channel, Urban? I haven't seen it. I told y'all I've been working with deadlines and paperwork and all this stuff, so I ain't really been like on social media. I know for a fact my husband sent me some horrific videos of what's going on in Nigeria. It was so vulgar. I mean, not vulgar. It was just so horrific and grimy, and just it was crazy how they were just. Oh, it was horrible. And then another church just got shot up. The other day he sent me the video, and they were just in there worshiping, and the militants just came in there and just started shooting and killing people. Y'all pray for Nigeria because everything ain't being shown. You know what I'm saying? The people allegedly dressed up like the army. You know what I'm saying? They thinking the villagers is thinking that the army is come protecting them from Boko Haram, and they was the actual militants dressed up like army people and just started killing folks. Like that's crazy. It's just crazy because they Christians. You said I know that you can do a good show on self destruction. Headed for self destruction. Y'all remember that? Self destruction. Headed for self destruction. Oh, that would be a really good show, Vanessa. You said I have the video of her speech. Okay, and it's on your what? It's on your community wall or what? I didn't see it, but I don't know. It's like people don't actually. You said it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't know what's going on. Like at first, I think he was like leaning towards intervening for Nigeria because he was being real aggressive with him. But then something turned. I don't know. It's like you don't hear him talking about taking action. But somebody said that the army is already there. They've been showing videos. People in Nigeria have been allegedly showing videos of the army already there. You say, yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's a character. Self-destruction. To be self-destruction, you got to be in a very dark place. Because, the first law of humanity is self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? For instance, if somebody just break out and started shooting, the first thing you're going to do is protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? That instinct, that knee-jerk reaction, you know? So if you intentionally trying to destroy yourself, that's you in a dark place. You said yes? Oh, I done read that again. I had an old people moment. But yeah, guys, be careful, especially a grown adult shouldn't be behaving like this at all. You should not be compromising for somebody else's approval. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people place value on you. You put the value there, you put the price tag there. You know what I'm saying? You know that you have self-worth. You don't let nobody determine, what you're worth. You don't let nobody do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody shut you up. Don't let nobody tell you what you can say and what you can't say, what place you can go and where you can't go. Don't let nobody do that to you. Because we are all free to do whatever we want to do. Whether it be right or wrong, you still have that freedom. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're going to suffer the consequences both ways, but at least you did it. Be your own self. And I'm not asking nobody to change who they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying be who you are. If that's who you are, then you continue to do that. At least you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? But don't be watered down for nobody. Because it ain't worth it at the end of the day. You gonna lose your identity to what makes somebody else happy? Get out of here. And they living their truth for real. And you over here trying to make sure you get their approval? Absolutely not. Don't do it. You said, yep, that's exactly. Now, see, I done did this again. I done read the same comment. No, guys. So, listen, I'm just encouraging you all tonight. I just came out here because I know I ain't been out here in a while, and there was an interesting topic. I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, keep Nigeria for sure in your prayers because they going through over there, for real, for real. They really are going through over there, and allegedly, you know, the government is just not acting like they see it at all. Some of them have ties to the militants. They do certain things on behalf of the politicians because culturally and traditionally they think if they do these things they'll have great gains, and some of it has to do with mutilation and human sacrifice allegedly. But they employ these terrorists to do these type of things to young black girls allegedly because they feel like that's going to give them ground in the spiritual world, and they're going to get great gain in the spiritual world. So they'll come out publicly against the terrorists, but they still employ them allegedly to go kidnap these people and sacrifice them or ransom them off. It is happening. Trust, and I know it sounds weird and crazy, but it is happening. Right now, today, 25 black girls in Nigeria have been kidnapped in one whop. You said seeking improvement of the devil is still self-destruction. It is. The times we are living in. Yeah, the times we are living in. That's why, I had planned, I should be over there right now, but it is so unsafe. We had to make a sound decision. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't look, That you can't, like my husband would have to travel from Ondo State to Lagos. That road, that one particular road that we was on, that's the road he went. That they coming out the bushes now and kidnapping cargo and people and ransoming them off. They it's just it's no protection. The army is allegedly they too busy trying to get bribes allegedly to protect their own people. It's the own people working against each other because of the poverty there, and then just greed and just evilness allegedly. So no, it ain't the right space or time right now. We asking God to come in there and do His work first. You know what I'm saying? So we just being we're just having some wisdom. You know, it is what it is. So we pray, we pray, we pray. That's all you can do. The prayers can reach further than anything else that you can do. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this live. I hope you have. I hope you have, guys. I hope I've driven the point home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those truth tellers and those truth bearers. I see you. Shout out to the ones that are lifting up the standard and lifting up the shields and saying, no, we're going to speak the truth. I see you and I say thank you. And I respect you with the utmost respect. Thank you so much. I see that. Okay, you say good night, bless people. I will chat with you later. Stay strong, queen, and keep your head up. It's up. It's up like a soldier, Vanessa. You couldn't travel over there anyway due to the shutdown and higher prices for flights. I haven't looked at it, but the last time I seen it, it was like anywhere from 1,400 to 700 of 1,700. That's I think that's around about the same range it was last time I went. So we just playing it by ear, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because I just want to make sure we just want to make sure that everything is good and safe and everything is in place, so travel most definitely gonna look different. So yeah, y'all just keep me in prayer, keep my husband in prayer. He has to move differently. His family has had to move differently because of what's going on in Nigeria, y'all. So just please pray when you lay down in the comfort of your bed, even though we know crime is everywhere. Just know that you ain't somewhere in the bush. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere thinking somebody gonna come out with a machete and take you. So I mean, just thank God for America. Heck, let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? So just thank God. You said maybe you should meet in Europe. I was thinking we had discussed that. Um, we had said Barbados. Um, but it's starting to spread. You know what I'm saying? Like first it was in that central area in the villages of Nigeria. Now they're saying that Lagos is like the only safe spot. But the thing is, he would have to travel from Ondo State to Lagos. That's where things get sketchy. You know what I'm saying? For him, because I when I fly in, I'll be flying into Lagos. Which would be cool because we're not going inland no more. Last time I went, we went inland, but we won't be going inland. But the thing is, he would have to do that. So it's just like there is a smaller airport in Abuja. So it's just the travel right now is sketchy. Period. He told me, he said, "Babe, the streets are dry," which means people are just in their homes right now because it's like that. They taking folks, they taking them. It's like that. So they just gotta pray right now. They gotta be careful. Yeah, I was thinking that though. Like, where can we meet? So y'all keep us in prayer, please. Do this ain't nothing for the faint of heart at all. You know that ain't it's not for the faint of heart. So we think we trying to figure it out. Most definitely trying to figure it out. But this has took a turn. You know, there was another couple who I think she actually lives there with him, and I think they had got like a Uber or something there, and the guy tried to kidnap them, beat them up, robbed the man, You know what I'm saying? Drove him around, just kept driving around, trying to get extort him for money and stuff. And then finally, I guess they just let him go and stuff. But they were traumatized. They were traumatized. And the thing about it is these people, these bandits, they be going live on TikTok. They not even hiding their identity. Going live on TikTok. Like this is like it's crazy. It's crazy over there right now. So yeah, guys, keep us in prayer, guys. So look, this is what I want y'all to do. This is the order of the queendom. I want you to do something nice for somebody. If it's nothing, have a silent prayer for them. If it's nothing but just be nice when you know you should be bad, be nice. Scorp. No. I want you to do something nice to somebody because guess what? You reap what you sow, it's gonna come back to you. This is your Queen Clayleen saying be great. Bye bye.